or holographic universe where we're like in a hologram because we're a projection of that sequence. And
Right.
there's like a ton of fucking evidence leading, like not evidence, but mathematical equations that are actually proving it.
Yeah, Elon Musk is big on the holographic universe or the hologram universe, where it's like
That's
for
not
us.
good.
Elon Musk is
The
perpetually
balance
high.
current. Yeah, like that didn't do anything for me believing in this. No
No.
credibility. That's the word.
I mean, you could have said the creators of Lego are big into it. I would have had more
I would be
credibility
like,
with me,
all
honestly.
right, cool.
You know who endorses this?
Lego.
ABBA.
Oh, damn
Like
it.
Tony the Tiger.
Yes. It's space. I mean, this is an interesting way to start a new podcast, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Have we been here all night, or have we not been here? Are we filming a new one, or are we? What's happening?
We're
Where
in a
am
time
I?
loop.
Let's
What is
do the
this?
time warp again. Hell yeah, Rocky Horror. Anybody? We for it?
No.
Fuck
Maybe.
off, Thunder. Maybe
Sometimes. I've heard it.
on a good day.
On a
right?
good day. Always on a good day.
Well, if it isn't my beautiful friends. Unfortunately, my co-partner in my podcast, Miss Lumi, is not here today. But that doesn't mean we can't have a fucking good time. Am I right, boys? Also, don't do that ever again, Thunder. That was nasty.
I know. I'm so sorry. That was so
You did it,
unconscious.
and you knew exactly what you did.
Like right as I
Whenever you
looked
did
at
it.
right as I looked, I was like, I fucked up.
I didn't do it.
I wish I never did that.
There's a certain amount of like shit that I forgot we shouldn't do in public because of the pandemic. Picking stuff out of your teeth is one of those things, and I totally forgot. I'm like, oh, we don't do this in front of people. Oops.
Mhm.
Picking your nose is another. You could just.
You just fucking dig in there, man. Just fucking and zone out in the car. Yeah.
You know, having
Farting.
a hard might hide my farts.
Hiding farts? Holy shit. We've been inside for 2 years and I cannot hide them anymore. It's a done deal. I had to edit one out of the podcast on one time because I just didn't think that anyone heard it.
Like the strength in my glutes just were lost.
It was
during
just
COVID.
it just lost on me,
It's just
dude.
explosive.
Oh my gosh. Oh fuck, I didn't finish the intro. This is the Extra Friends podcast. I'm Tex, your host. Lumi's not here, but God bless her spirit. I will be checking in for her. And then she will comment down below whether or not I was correct. We shall see. Let's start with her check-in. Fuck it. So Lumi, let me channel Lumi in my telepathy. Sister powers, sister powers, sister powers. I would say that she's like a low energy because she's tired because she has midterms, but comfortable because she's gonna hang out with Michael later tonight. Ooh, name drop. Michael's gonna be coming out in this next week, which is probably gonna be her rose for this week. We're gonna triple date with Thunder Mortgage and Locche, and that's gonna be fucking hella cool. That's gonna be a ton of fun. And I think her thorn is she's gonna have a lot of homework to do before she gets here. Lumi, if you're hearing this, which I know you fucking are, you're one of our 12 viewers per week. Comment down below if I got it correct, okay? Who wants to go next for a check-in?
I'll go.
Go for it.
Alrighty, so I am feeling medium energy, medium comfortability. I still have to wake up super fucking early tomorrow, so I might pull another all-nighter. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what we're doing after. But
You have a midterm tomorrow, right? For your biology?
yeah, no, bio lab.
Oh, it's a bio lab.
And I have a quiz for biology.
Yikes.
God bless you. God bless you. I hope you
Good
do
luck.
well. You're gonna do well. You're gonna be fantastic. Locche,
Oh.
you always underestimate like how well you're gonna do, and then you leave. You're like, I fucking did awful. You're like, oh, I got an 82. Got it. Nice. I'm like, in general biology, like that's not it's not a thing. You know what I mean? Oh man, I never passed those
Yeah.
fucking quizzes. I scooted by in biology and like microbio with like skin on my teeth. So God bless you.
None of it is real. None of it is real. Roses and thorns. Roses, roses. I'm here. It's a good rose. It's a good day.
Good. Good.
And I don't really have a thorn right now, except for the fucking quiz in my ass. So
quiz in my ass, quiz in my ass. Quiz in my ass. There's a quiz in his ass. Thanks, Locche,
Quiz.
for that. Quiz! Thunder, you want to take it away?
Sure. My energy, I would say, is high.
Okay.
Comfortability is definitely medium.
Hell yeah.
New rose. I am also here and alive and in the moment, and it's very hard for me to be in the moment. So this is nice.
Good for you. Any thorns? It's okay if you don't have any.
I have to. Well, it's not really a thorn, but I got to think about what I got to do tomorrow because that's gonna be a workload, but it'll be fun.
Fun workload. That's not bad. Planning out your day.
Yeah, so it's
I'll
not too
take it.
bad.
Take it.
A little stressful, but it's good.
Wagon. Welcome in. Second week in a row. God bless you. Where are you at?
My energy like just dipped hard, so low, but
Okay.
I'm high comfortable. My roses, I just say some really good mac and cheese.
Fuck yeah, dog.
So can't
It's
be
a good
mad.
time. That's a great time. I love that.
Thorn is my cat is annoying.
Happens. We've been there. You know what Chicken was doing today? And like he started doing for the first time? He fucking so we put up our Christmas tree. Well, we put up a Halloween tree that we're gonna transform into a Christmas tree in about a week. Come at me, boys. I will put my Christmas tree up in November. Fuck you. In fact, I'll put it up in October. Idiots. Get it together. So Chicken, my baby cat, the one that is currently asleep in my lap. This one. This nasty.
In my lap.
Look at him. Gross.
Mhm.
Chicken decided to not just play with the bottom branches like he's been doing. He was fully incorporated, wrapped in lights in the middle of my fucking tree today. Not once, not twice, but 3 fucking times.
Oh my
That I have to
gosh.
scruff this motherfucker, yank him out of the tree because he was like legitimately not like stuck. He like tangled himself in there. He's like, haha, you can't get me. Bitch. Get your cat out of your happy cat out of your tree month. God bless you. Cats are dumb and annoying, but I love them so much. God bless them. Good time.
They're cute, so we
They're
tolerate
so
them.
cute. They're so cute, and they're great little lessons in consent. They will not let you pass their boundaries to save their lives. It's amazing. And we're gonna foster new baby kittens in March of next year, March 2022. I have my interview coming up this month for foster care, so we're gonna see how that goes. I'm very excited. I'm
Really
a-
exciting.
yeah, and I'm gonna do a quick check in really fast. I would say my energy kind of dipped a little bit too. We may or may not have filmed a podcast right before this, so I'm a little low on the energy spectrum. But I'm very, very comfortable because I'm here with some of my favorite people in the entire world, doing something that's kind of new. That's a lot of fun. My rose is having Thunder and Wagon here. It's always a blessing.
Aw.
And in a very strange way, Wagon and Locche give off the same energy. So it's like having double of my favorite vibes in the whole world. So that's a lot of fun. And then of course having my baby brother Thunder on. What a blessing. And my thorn is I actually don't have one. I feel really good. I'm gonna skip the thorns today. Welcome to our podcast. Have a seat. Take a sip of some hot cocoa. Is it getting cold where you're at? Idiot. Put on a fucking blanket. God damn it. Thanks
Cover the fuck up.
Cover the fuck up. Take a
Tell me what to do.
shower. I will
Snuggle with your relatives. Just kidding.
Ooh, or not.
just your significant others.
Yeah, your partners, whatever you do, whatever floats your boat, just with consent, of course. Merry
Obviously.
Christmas, happy holidays.
Happy Halloween.
What a happy Halloween. This
You're
is gonna
skipping
come
the main
out.
one.
The main one. This episode's gonna come out on Halloween. It's our last spooky month podcast. And it's also conveniently Locche and myself's anniversary. 2 years. Are you excited?
Woo!
Woohoo!
2 years? Barely? Jesus.
It's both felt like we just met and we've been together for 10 years. That's what it feels like. Because these last 2 years were both
What
not
is
years at
that?
all.
What is that?
What is what?
Cause same. Like it's only 1 year, but same.
Yeah, because it's like this year was not only one of the hardest years ever to exist, this year and last year, 2020, 2021. But also, like, so much and so little happened. It was like a massive crisis and then also nothing at all. Um, so me and Loche
Mm.
had like 10 years of a relationship within the 2-year time span. We bought a house, started college.
College and
Scholars. We're
with
col-
Good
scholarships.
morrow, scholars.
Good morrow, scholars. Yeah, we're both scholars. We're both collegiates now. Um, I'm halfway done with my fucking masters. What the fuck happened this last year?
Yo, time travel.
Well, like,
Aliens.
people are saying like
Aliens.
2 years from now, and that's 2023, and I'm like, no, it's not. Absolutely, that's not correct, and it definitely is.
Oh, absolutely. I still haven't gotten used to writing 2018 on paper. So now I have to get 2022, dude. The last year that was real was 2017 because that's when It came out. My favorite movie, It, chapter
Oh
1.
my gosh, that long ago?
Yeah. You want to hear what else is fucking insane? Is that Slipknot's brand new album, the one that I was in love with that I still haven't fucking fact checked the name on. Holy shit, how did I forget? We're gonna go see Slipknot on Tuesday. That's another rose I got. For our anniversary, we're gonna go see Slipknot. Rip Joey Jordanson. Slipknot new album. What is it called? I feel so bad because I know every fucking word of this stupid ass album. It's come on. Come
Well,
on.
come on.
Oh, I'm so embarrassed. We Are Not Your Kind. Of course. What? I'm so stupid. We Are Not Your Kind. That album came out in 2019. I saw them in concert the day after that album was released. It was released on my birthday in 2019. And it's going to be 2 years since I've seen them. And that was like a pivotal moment. Sorry, cat hands. It was a pivotal moment in my life was seeing Slipknot in concert. Yeah, he's a sweetheart. Look at him. I'm a proud father.
I want a cuddly cat.
You got to start them young.
I came into this late in the game.
Look at him. He goes, I'm a baby.
I know, the cats are pretty set in their ways.
They are. They are. I got him at what, 10 weeks? And when we first got him, he was super resourcey guardy. He was super like screamy. Like he would just scream all the time. And now he doesn't make any noises and he does this. Look at him.
Look at him.
His little toes. He's just fucking vibing, dude. My goal is to
Now,
be
see,
where
he will
Chicken
do
is.
that. He'll do that with Quentin, but nobody else.
Yeah, but Quentin is like he's first mom. You're second mom.
Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely stepmom.
He doesn't even come fucking near me to cuddle.
Yeah, Chicken doesn't like to cuddle with daddy, but that's okay. Likes to be with mommy. You get Bear cuddles with you.
I get my son. I birthed him.
You birthed him.
Mm.
Today, since it's the last day of Spookytober, we wanted to talk about one of my favorite topics. Giorgio Tsoukalos. Aliens. Fucking aliens. I made the mistake though on our podcast in heaven. Funny bit. Look it up in the next podcast, idiots. Our podcast in heaven about ghosts. We talked about fucking ghosts, and then Loche told me, spoiler alert, that he doesn't believe in ghosts. And we had a whole thing about Paquito and like seeing ghosts and shit. So I have to get consensus. Do you guys believe in aliens? Like, what is your thoughts on aliens?
Yes. Yes, they're real.
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
I think it is. I think it is naive to think that we are the only creature to have developed the intelligence that we have. Like, I believe there is more. And I think there's more that we don't know and more than we'll ever know.
Okay. Okay. Thunder, you agree?
Yeah, I definitely agree. Because something I seen recently on TikTok was that, or hopefully if this is true or not, I'm not sure, but that our universe is expanding and that we can tell by like infrared lights that galaxies are moving farther and farther away because space is growing. So if we think that, I think we're the only ones here, And it's a little insane, like what Wagon was saying, but I definitely think that there's a possibility that there could be different universes, multiverses for anyone who's into Marvel. But anything that's like that, I mean,
Into the
I think that'd be cool.
Spider-Verse. We're with
Hell
it.
yeah, we're there.
That was
We'll
a good
warp there.
movie.
Shoot,
It
if
was
you
a good
want
movie.
Star Wars to happen, come on, guys. We need other life beings. Like,
A
come on,
galaxy far, far away.
super
Idiots.
far.
Super far. Some
Mhm.
say it's getting farther away. Okay, Locche, is this the point where you're gonna pull the rug out from underneath me and be like, I don't believe in aliens, even though this is your podcast topic?
Hey, don't acknowledge the podcast while you're in a podcast. It's in
Fuck!
bad taste.
Fuck! Cut it out.
Cut it the fuck out. No,
gonna cut
but
it out.
I do believe that there's extraterrestrial life. There's a twist to it, but we'll get on that later.
Oh, there's a twist to it.
There's this
There's always
twist.
a twist.
Ooh, he twists his mustache because a twist in the story. Okay, well now I'm fucking intrigued. Locche, what the fuck? My belief in aliens is kind of along everybody else's lines. If it is eternally expanding, even let's say it was like 0.0000001% chance that we were intelligent life, and the fact that we were, within just an inch of a fucking parameter of not existing because of fucking the elements and warming and cooling of the planet, whatever the fuck. Even if let's say that the chances of us being here are that percentage, with how big the universe is, there's still millions of places just like us because of how big it is. So there's mathematically, quantum mechanically speaking, there's no way we're the only life. Now, are we the most advanced? I'm sure we're more advanced than others. And I think there's gonna be others that are more advanced than us. There was a story that I was following. Actually, it was a doctor that I used to do studies with at my undergrad. Did you ever have Dr. Holloway, Wagon?
Spoilers.
Statistics. Did you have you were in statistics with me for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, was it the old guy?
The old guy with like the super long ponytail?
Yeah.
Yes. He became a doctor after we graduated, but he was
Oh.
doing tests on he was a statistics professor. We were in advanced statistics, and he was doing research on flicker fusion, which is the rate at
Oh,
which
yeah,
we can see
yeah.
light flicker. Yeah, yeah. And me and Michelle, name drop, were in that study. And he was
I
studying
participated in it.
Yeah, you did too. That was a good one.
No,
So
I was a participant. I did
Yeah.
the study.
Yeah,
You
we all did the
ran it.
study. Yeah.
You
Well,
ran it.
I ran another study about artificial intelligence. So that was
Oh, I thought you did that one.
I participated in it. I wasn't somebody who was, but however, they used my testimonial for their paper because I had the largest increase from their hypothesis. So the hypothesis of that study was that flicker fusion, or the rate that we can see light, is related to comprehension. So they would do a comprehension test, make us play this video game for like 4 weeks where we had to basically find like like the eye exam test where they like shiver an image in front of you, you have to click on it when you see it, basically an iPad game like that, and then they would retest us on our comprehension. And the hypothesis was that if we can increase our flicker fusion, which was something that we believed didn't change, you were born with what you had, your rate to see flickering light, they saw that there was increased amount of comprehension, like reading comprehension, if you were to increase your level of flicker fusion. So they basically trained our eyes to see flicker better, and the people who could see it better had a better comprehension by the end of the test. Anyway, so Dr. Holloway, brilliant man. His stuff got published he wasn't even a doctor yet. He got published within 6 months, which is like unheard of in the psych field. He was telling us about extraterrestrial life, and he was talking about how recently recently, like within the last 5 years, have found a planet that's not very many light years away. I want to say it's like 20-25 light years away from our galaxy, where they're finding that the sun, like so you can measure the size of a planet based on how much light is diffused when it passes in front of a sun or their star, right? Well, they're saying that this form that's out there, this planetoid, or whatever they consider this object, is taking 20% of the light force away at inaccurate intervals. So the hypothesis of this, and I have to find it, and I'll research it and put it in the description if I find it. But the hypothesis is that it is a advanced
Harness.
civilization that is harnessing a sun, that is actively taking power from the sun and using it to power their ships. Because there's no planet that could orbit around something that small and take that much percentage of the light away without it with it being in its orbital. So, and that's just 20. I see Thunder's mouth is just wide open. He's blown away. So there's like evidence that there's things that might be already doing stuff that we're currently working on. Like we have solar panels. Who's to say? Did you see your brother? Did you see your brother? Do you want to go? You want to go see him? He saw his brother. He's like, oh, I saw Bear Bear. You want to go see Bear Bear? Go ahead. You can go. Go ahead, buddy. Look at him. Go get him. Or did you see Paquito? That's a weird look to have. His hair standing up. You're okay. So there's absolutely evidence of extraterrestrial life. Now the question comes into play of like, do you guys believe that they were ever here? That's another question for you guys.
See, here's where I have to chime in my thoughts.
I'm so excited.
Well, not necessarily about the here right now, just on the extraterrestrial. There's absolutely no fucking evidence that there's life on another planet right now. Concrete evidence. There's just speculation. Just speculation. You could say, okay, yeah, there's like a harness or whatever. I get that, but there's also so much fucking shit in space that we don't understand. Mainly what most space is like composed of, which is dark matter. And we don't understand how the fuck dark matter works. It doesn't have weight, but it does. It bends light the same way. We just don't understand it, you know? So it's like again, no evidence, but I do 100% believe that there are fucking extraterrestrial life beings, something out there. Multiple. The numbers are just it's just too fucking stupid to think that we're the only ones, you know? It might just be one germ and that's it. But that one fucking germ is just you know?
Is where we were a couple million years ago, you know, when we started to
And by the
form.
time we notice it, who's to say they're not more advanced?
Oh, absolutely. And this is also with the assumption that they're advanced the same time that we're alive. You know what I mean? What if there's extraterrestrials who have been alive way before we were, who were humanoid in
Sorry.
figure, like the Asari, Mass Effect reference, if you guys want to look that shit up. But like they were advanced long before we were ever here and then have died off since then. I mean, that's also a hypothesis, obviously. But then you also think of how far things are in space. Like it takes 8 minutes at light speed for the sun's rays to hit the earth, right? And that's within our own galaxy. Now imagine all these stars that we're seeing are billions of light years away, which means it takes billions of years for the speed of light, which is the fastest thing known, to reach us. So who's to say that all of the stars that we see haven't had at least one planet that was remotely close to having some kind of life form and had existed completely advanced and died off? Who the fuck knows? You know what I mean? We have no idea. There, like you said, there's no solid evidence. There is something that I've seen though, and somebody made this point. I think it was on TikTok. TikTok has been like the holy grail of content. Let me just tell you, there's a lot of shit, but when you find good ones, there's good ones. But there was a TikTok that I was watching about the racist connotations of believing that ancient civilizations here on Earth were impacted by aliens. They said that that comes from a racist connotation because the assumption is made that people of color from older generations wouldn't have been smart enough to create the architecture that they did, which is a bunch of bullshit. 'Cause it's like, what if they were just smart? Like,
Fucking smarter. Dude, I mean,
or
again,
smarter. Yeah.
my whole thing on the Incas and all this shit, you know.
Mayans.
No, it's mainly the fucking Incas because that they can't figure out how they fucking stack the bricks, you know,
Yeah.
to be so fucking.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: you give a motherfucker a rock and tell him to make a fucking precise cut and nothing else, he will find a fucking way to do it after time. And we're talking about a civilization that we fucking have no idea who the fuck they were. And I'm not mean the Incas. The Incas built their foundation on of civilization that was there before them. They just fucking built on top of them. You can literally see where the fucking architecture is different. Was it fucking aliens? I don't fucking think so. I think it was just another race of men, you know?
Right. Right. Or people that were advanced before us, and then because of war or famine or disease, something were to happen. But I mean, like fucking, um, in India, they had architecture that had fucking built-in air conditioning from like way like they don't like and that's a building technique, and they still use in architecture today, and we all fucking use like units, that just add to the waste that we have here in capitalistic America. Like it's racist to assume that people from those cultures wouldn't have been able to create flying machines, or 'cause, like, why is it only the white man who's able to discover technology? It's like, no, fuck you, it's probably been here. We're just rediscovering it. So I think that there's a level that's there, and I think Giorgio Tsoukalos, or what's his name?
I
Gior-
don't know.
Giorgio
Probably
Tsoukalos
stupid.
from Ancient Aliens. I'm like,
Yeah,
I,
everyone knows who you mean.
yeah, hair. Imagine the
Pearl guy.
hair. You're there. Yeah, you're there. You know what's going on. It looks like he's being abducted by aliens actively. Yes. Giorgio Tsoukalos and the whole Ancient Aliens show has a lot of racist undertones. It's like, why is the assumption that they wouldn't have done it themselves? It's just weird. Um, Now, with that being said, and not to get too preachy into like religion or anything like that, it's not meant to degrade religion or organized religion, whatever. But it's also safe to say that, like, because people used gods as their way of understanding their world before they understood their world, right? As they were discovering how the world worked, they had representations that manifested and who they believed in, like rain gods and sun gods and gods of fertility and stuff like that. And there's depictions of extraterrestrial life coming down. Who's to say that maybe one time an alien was like, yo, what's up, here's a propeller, figure it out, and left. You know what I mean? Because I mean, like, would it really change the course of history? Not really, because if you don't know what to do with it, it goes unnoticed and you use it later, or somebody else reinvents it to be more effective. I mean, because they've had flying machines in ancient Egypt. You know what I mean? So could that have happened? What are your guys' thoughts on like them visiting for a short period or something like that?
They had chariots in Egypt.
Hmm.
That whole shit was ancient aliens taking something that looks like a plane and just fucking drilling holes into it and making it fly. It's mm, there I highly skeptical. So I'm really highly skeptical. Open-minded but highly skeptical of anything like that happening. I don't believe aliens have ever touched Earth, if there are any.
Really? So what do you think like about like the Arizona lights, or like all the sightings of
Arizona
UFOs?
Lights, it could have been a military fucking test. We have a bunch of bases around here. And you know what? If I was the government and I was trying to keep some fucking hidden fucking UB bomber bullshit, stealth bomber under wraps, I would let the fucking people believe it's aliens. Matter of fact, I would fucking make sure that they believe it's aliens, you know?
Okay. Yes, and I 100% agree with you. But didn't they like recently release like
Yeah,
Wouldn't
of
they?
course.
the
Wouldn't
files?
they though? Wouldn't they?
They did. They did. They
They
recently released a
released
bunch
a
of.
bunch of
Isn't
unidentified flying objects. Again,
Yes.
unidentified flying objects, not unidentified flying extraterrestrial beings. You get me? Like it's
Coming from
just
space.
fucking. You're saying
they're
here's my
spoofing?
my
They're
issue. You
stringing
get
you
me?
along.
It's
They're
it's
giving you just enough to keep believing and not really find anything out.
you have pilots. You have pilots who basically are sitting around saying, "Oh, I'm a credible witness because I'm a pilot." I'm like, you have the same fucking way of perceiving the world that I do, which is your eyes.
Your eyes.
I I see shit like I misinterpret shit wrong all the time. You get me? Pilots are incredible witnesses, is what I'm saying. Why there's shit on this fucking earth that we don't understand. One example that I could think of at the top of my head are fucking rolling thunder balls. They're just balls of lightning that turn into balls and kind of float around. They happen like just randomly. We can't even we don't even understand why they happen. But it's lightning that literally manifests itself into like an orb and just rolls around fucking electrocuting shit and disappears. Happens for like 2 seconds. Who's to say it's not that forming in the fucking sky? You get me? It's just like I don't think we have this whole very, very I want to say proud way of fucking seeing that we're special, out of thinking that we're special, you know? We're not fucking special. Like, people are just not. We're special in the fact that we have life and all this shit, but I wouldn't, the way we don't really care for animals that we haven't found.
By
Like,
us.
why
it's
would
pretty
why?
conceited. Like, why the fuck us? Like, what the fuck do we have that
Like-
anybody else wants?
Yeah.
Pollution?
Yeah, but I can only do the best with what I have right now. I can only work with the senses I do have to try
Exactly.
and make sense of things. But
And the best.
yeah,
I don't know. It's just I would understand wanting to study us, but I also, that one tribe out in fucking, where is it? That one
middle of
untouched tribe.
Africa.
No, it's Indonesia. It's like
one
an
of the-
Aborigine.
Yeah. They're like the original people, right? Are you talking about that documentary?
No. It's just it's a virgin tribe that like basically kills anyone that tries to step foot on it. They're like in this isolated island. Like, fuck,
Are you
I'll
talking
have
about
to look
Papua
it
New
up.
Guinea? No, that's a different
Yeah,
one.
yeah, it's around that area.
Somewhere.
Yeah, it's where there was fucking like missionaries that go over there and they just get fucking mutilated and staked on. And yeah, well, basically it's like there's laws in there, so we don't touch, for a reason. And it's just like if we were special, we would probably be observed from outside, from a distance, because why interfere at that point? I don't know.
I love it. No, I love your take on it. I will say I'm a little surprised though because of how you talk about aliens, like outside of this format. Same with ghosts. Like, you're like, oh yeah, there was ghost stories, and like you have all these stories, and then at the end
I-
you're just like
I-
take a very nihilistic standpoint of like, we don't matter. It doesn't matter. Why us? It's the universe is too big. There's no way. And it's a very interesting take that you would have, Locche. I'm for it. I love that you have that take.
Like I said, I'm really fucking skeptical, but I can't. I just don't believe it. I do believe that, again, that there's extraterrestrial life, but nothing would lead me to believe that we have been visited.
There are some like conspiracy theories too that if they are here, they would be in the ocean because we've only
They're
discovered like 2% of everything in the ocean.
Right.
So a perfect place to hide would be somewhere where we can't access, which is like really far underground.
Inner Earth.
We don't even know what the inside of our Earth looks like. It's all a hypothesis. We've never been deep enough to know.
Ooh, yes.
And
Oh my gosh.
At
We
some
only
point,
have-
it just gets too hot.
It's too hot, and then the actual center is so compounded because of the gravitational pull of the Earth to the sun. So it's like, but these are all hypotheses. We have hypotheses about our own world, So I feel like if
There
I
are
was an alien,
hypotheses.
your mom's a hypothesis.
Yeah.
Hi Nelly, if you're watching this, I love you. Name drop Wagon's mom.
I promise you won't spell it right.
Promise, especially her last name. Don't even try it. Yeah. If I was an alien in my happy little alien self, my bug-eyed ass self, my little bug-eyed salamander self, I would probably be inner Earth or underwater, someplace that humans haven't been able to find ways around, like the pressures of the deep sea.
Or aliens saw us and were like, these bitches are lame. It's like toddlers playing with blocks.
Right. They're like, oh, ew, they just
Uh,
discovered the internet. Fucking idiots. TikTok since God knows when, Also, I want to say for the record, my only understanding of the universe, I shit you not, comes from Spore, the video game.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly.
honestly, that game walks through every stage of life, from an amoeba
Yeah.
bacterium to finding the center of the universe. And in that game, a big part of the space stage, which is the longest part of the game, you're actively going to other planets and like researching their life forms. But if you like play it again and you're in the animal stage where you're like mating and laying eggs and shit, there are some times where spaceships will come out of nowhere and like suck up your friends and put them back down. So like Spore said it's legit. So anyone play Spore? Can we get
Has to
an
be
F
real.
in the chat for Spore? Can we
Or
remake
needs a
Spore?
sequel.
Spore needs a sequel for the PS5, please. We need at least one game on the PS5, please.
It has to be Spore.
Has to be Spore.
Boycott Sony.
There's enough people that like Spore to remake that game, right? Come on, Thunder, you play Spore.
I still have it downloaded on my computer right now.
Absolutely, you do.
But I'm not gonna lie, I was playing it earlier this year.
It's
It was
great.
cute.
Me and Tex downloaded the final DLC, Galactic Adventure.
So
That
bad.
show's fucking lit.
It's garbage. No, it's it's a terrible game. But the actual like storyline of the game, where like you start out and everything. Also, fuck the tribal stage. That stage sucks. That stage fucking sucks.
I love the tribal stage.
No, like the Command and Conquer esque top down shooter fucking
Okay,
shit.
okay, yeah, the way it's laid out, maybe, but
Dumb.
I think it's nice. I like the whole bird's eye view type conquer, and like, it's nice.
Like it's fine. If you play on a higher difficulty though, it's like almost impossible to stay a pacifist the whole game. And I've always stayed a pacifist in that game.
The issue with that
Yeah.
game was that it was released before it was ready, so they never actually finished the game. There was gonna be a whole nother level where you play as a fish, like an actual fish.
I did
What?
hear about that.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like in between the amoeba and animal stage?
yeah. Like right before you
Really?
step on land, there's supposed to be a whole bit where you do the, but they couldn't figure out how to do the mechanic for it. It's too many games in one. That's the issue.
Well, and that was made so long ago.
Pretty good for a game that old.
For how old it is, it's fantastic.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I loved the animal stage because it was like a open world sandbox adventure, and like you could like dig up bones and get new items for your person.
Oh yeah, make friends with
was-
other little groups.
And you'd sing with them. They'd do this.
This whole singing got me.
And then the giants would break dance with you. Remember?
Mhm.
Yeah.
If you befriended the rogues when they were rogues and babies, when they became giant monsters, they would be your friends. It was awesome.
Dang.
Oh yeah, dude.
I was like, I don't think any of my rogues turned huge, but I did always have like a group of 3. But I would move to that stage so quick that I wouldn't really stay that long.
Because you could, I didn't. I
Yeah.
always stayed there the longest because the next one was tribal. That sucked. And then after tribal was the civilization where you built a little city.
Yeah, that one's
was fun.
hard.
That one's hard. That's another like Command and Conquer esque
Yeah.
game. Yeah, but for what it was a pretty
It was
solid.
fucking amazing, dude.
Oh,
As a
yeah.
child, fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, and the little amoeba stage was a side scroller. You ever think
Mm.
about that? Because it was like an open world side scroller adventure where you had to like eat all the little plants. I always played a pacifist. I never fought anything. I never killed anything. Couldn't do it. My little heart told me no. But then when I was a fucking alien, I'd give presents to all the people, and the ugly ones I'd fight. I'd fight all the ugly ones in space. In space. And we went
Yeah.
full circle. We went full fucking circle.
Full circle.
This
Back to
Spore
space.
creatures back to space. You know how
So,
to end that game? Do you guys know like the ending of that game?
No.
You go to the center of the universe, of the galaxy.
Yeah, if you go to the center, it's like that middle part of the galaxy. Which, by the way, you could meet your other planets you created.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
next level.
And you can
Like,
see
if
your
you-
creations walking around.
Yes, so like if you made it to like the animal or tribal stage, you can go to that planet in space stage and see them, which is like mind fucked me when I was 8. And playing Spore, I was mind fucked. But yeah, to finish the game, you could essentially level up your like health bar or whatever, but you could also go to the center of the universe and you restart as an amoeba.
What? I didn't know that. That's
pretty
cool.
good.
I might have to go
It's-
finish that game.
And again, with
It's
the
cool.
expanding universe theory, the idea is that everything expands and will come back to the same point.
at one point, yeah. And then
So
we
we're like
will
on a
be nothing
repeated
again.
cycle. I think I
Mhm.
believe that relates to the holographic Earth theory or holographic universe, where we're like in a hologram because we're a projection of that sequence. And
Right.
there's like a ton of fucking evidence leading, like not evidence, but mathematical equations that are actually proving it.
Yeah, Elon Musk is big on the holographic universe or the hologram universe, where it's like
That's
for
not
us.
good.
Elon Musk is
The
perpetually
vouch
high.
for it. Yeah, like that didn't do anything for me believing in this. No
No,
credibility. That's the word.
I mean, you could have said the creators of Lego are big into it. I would have had more
I would be like,
credibility with me,
all
honestly.
right, cool.
you know who endorses this?
Lego.
ABBA.
Oh, damn
Like
it.
Tony the Tiger.
Yes, it's space. That's the intro. I found it.
There you
I found
go.
the intro.
Wow.
We're in space. Love it. Oh man. Though okay, but if I think about the universe like that for too long, I like get panicky.
It makes me, it makes me a
Right.
little uncomfortable. I know it's a possibility and most likely true. I don't like to dwell on it.
And I think that's the whole bit to it. You
Right.
just take that shit day by day. We're stuck here. There's nothing you
Like,
fucking do
dude,
about it.
life's too hard for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
We
then
just worry about surviving.
we just here. I'm just trying to get my Fruit Loops.
I'm just trying to get to the weekend.
I just want to drink my juice and smoke my plant weed and just be here, man.
I
I
just
feel
want
it.
to chill.
I just want to exist, please. Existence is futile. I hate it. Ugh, God. Okay, so to furthermore, to deep level,
Oh, his
just
name's
deep dive.
Nevermore. I haven't heard from him in a few days.
Oh man, God bless Nevermore. We should get him back on here. He's a lot of fun. Which, by the way, his OC. I don't know if y'all have seen his OC. It's Tex.
It's literally just text.
Yeah, it's another demon girl that has ram horns and is purple, and she's really cute. And he has like a little story built around her, like a whole like trilogy built around her character arc, and it's amazing. And she just looks like Tex. I'm like, oh fuck yeah. I don't know if that makes me unoriginal or if he's just like, I mean, porque no los
Pass the
dos.
vibe check, man.
He passed the vibe check. Yeah, he fucking rocks. The next question though is if the opportunity presents itself, right? Because it's expected that our generation and Gen Z and then Alpha are gonna live, are gonna have a life expectancy that's way longer than ours, right? Let's say the opportunity presents itself to say goodbye to your family, do a one-way trip to a terraformed planet. Would you take that offer?
Terraformed
No.
or terraforming?
Terraforming.
No.
You wouldn't do it?
Yeah,
No.
sign me the fuck up. I'm down. But you coming with me.
I'd like to work on the problems we have here.
Before sending them off to other planets.
I don't know. I think it's silly. I think there are much better things we could be putting those brilliant minds to work on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I like that sociological path that you took with that one. That's good.
Sorry,
But
I care.
I care too. I'm same boat as you, but there's also a part of me that just wants to run, like that dissociative fugue part of me that just goes, fuck, like I could
feel
just
like
go.
you would do it and regret it. Try moving to a different state first.
Way to call me the fuck out, Wagon. First of all, fuck
Just
you.
being honest. It's
You're
hard
right.
being far away.
You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely
Right.
correct. What do you think, Thunder?
I don't know. I'm kind of tied between both. Like, yeah, it'd be nice to go and venture out, like how they ventured out this whole world, and we found out. I mean, we still haven't discovered everything, but like, just going out and finding new land, new terrain, new areas that are inhabitable would be nice, as long as we don't fuck it up like we did our own planet. So I would say, hey, let's fix ours first, like what Wagon was saying. And then maybe once we do figure out how to make a suitable planet, let's go try to make another suitable planet nice, but not, destroy it because of its resources that it, gives us. Because we could
Right, like
come up
make
with,
it sustainable.
yeah, like, I mean, I'm pretty sure other planets will have other metals and materials that can be way more efficient than what we have on this planet, but that doesn't mean we need to go and start destroying another planet just to become better. Like, I think, I don't know. I don't know if I could do it, but at the same time, I don't want to be on this planet because of how bad we're destroying it.
Right, right. I see. That's where I'm torn too. It's like, yes, I want to take better habits over, and I think if we did elect a small group of people to terraform a planet, we would hopefully the mass population would send the best, like some of the best minds that are sustainable, who do have those morals that like want to maintain a healthy environment. Maybe a bunch of fucking vegans, just send them off, man. Make them grow their own fucking food. And
They'd love it.
because they wouldn't need to have any animals, might as well, send one psychologist just to make sure everyone's good, send a medical doctor, send a puppy, and just go for it, man.
Okay, well, you gotta
Um,
send at least 2 puppies.
at least 2.
And 2 medical people, so we're not getting a perspective from one person.
God bless. Yeah, good idea. You're right.
More like, yeah. Let's
Mhm.
just
And
get
they'll
a
all go mentally
multidisciplinary
insane.
team up there, you know?
Yeah, a full science multidisciplinary team that has like a communication specialist, and then I'd have them all together, 30 people of just like some of the best minds. And what if we did the opposite, where we have them create a sustainable future, and then they bring us what they were able to do as a culture. They bring it back to Earth. It's like, hey, we
Okay,
did this on a
that's not
Yeah.
small
that's
scale.
not
I mean, it's definitely not like super plausible, but let's say that the sustainable
Not in our
culture we
I
time.
just
did.
like the
Well, not in our
people
time,
here
right?
on Earth.
Anyways.
I don't think would look at that and be like, "Oh yeah, we should do that." They would say, "Oh, I want my big trucks and my air conditioning."
I want blubber. It's like, fuck off.
Yeah.
No. Ice caps. Give me your ice caps. Give me your kneecaps and your ice caps, please. I'm sure there would be those people. But I also feel like mass crisis brings togetherness in the
Oh,
worst of
definitely.
cases. Sometimes.
It's a solid. Eh.
give it a you know what I'm saying?
You know, I used to think that, and then the pandemic happened.
And then COVID happened. Also, we're in a very unique spot where we lived in the US, who like was like the only fucking country, like industrialized country that didn't take this
We're a laughing
seriously.
stock. It's fine.
We
Everybody
are.
else
It's
did
it's
this.
Dude,
it's a
if
nightmare.
aliens were to attack this fucking country, half the nation would not believe that shit was happening, and the other half would blame the half that didn't believe it. You know, like,
Yeah.
And then there'd be like a unique third group that would be like, all hail aliens, and join them.
Yes.
and then there'll be us who'll be like, ah.
Be
It's
like,
like,
Man.
I'm tired. I hope you do a better job.
You want to just take a swing at it, because I'm exhausted.
I'm fucking tired, bro.
Better than here, just take me.
Honestly, just
Let's go. I'm ready.
probe me, Space Daddy, please.
Ew, wow.
So if they were to come, how would you guys envision them? Like what kind of
Ooh.
beings do you guys imagine?
I don't think we would realize until they're here.
I
No,
was gonna
I
say
mean,
that
I
too.
mean, like,
Like, what do you think they would look like?
what would their culture be like? You get me? Like
Oh,
something
I
that
have
could,
Oh.
no idea.
So
like would
okay,
they come here to harvest?
I'm not that creative. I'm
Mm.
gonna hope that they're more evolved than us, and that also means higher empathy. But I don't know that either of those things will be true. That's
right,
the
this is
hope.
a hypothesis. Yeah.
I hope they're not gonna come here and harvest our planet and kill us all, but it's a possibility.
Yeah, no War
Kind
of
of
the
a
Worlds,
waste.
please. A little bit. That's my thing too. Is like I think of like the works of Stephen King, our good Lord and Savior, because the way that he described it, like the deadlights, like the embodiment of all evil, when he saw their true form, the only way that we could perceive it as humans was like a spider. But that doesn't mean that's what that was. You know what I mean? So it's like, who to say that we would even know how to perceive them? What if they're not humanoid or
Or like
have empathy at all? What if that's not a part of their language? What if they
you're
speak in
you're
color?
talking
Well,
you're
no,
talking
what
like
is up?
the what fucking movie is it? Arrival.
It's sort of,
Where
where it's
we
like you
can we're
don't.
not necessarily perceiving, but we can perceive their language because it works forward and backwards and
Right.
time.
Oh, yeah.
Right. They're speaking into a fourth dimension where it's like they're
Oh.
crossing over. Like, yeah, they're communicating through time rather than through like our dimension of time. So
You
it's like
know,
who's to know we would even be able to perceive what they were trying to send to us in the first place. And for us to think that they would be human like us or humanoid is kind of conceited because it's like this is really the most creative we can get with what this looks
Yeah.
like.
I
You
think it's
know?
just the easiest to portray in a lot of arts,
Elites.
and
I want
it's
elites.
easier to relate to for story purposes.
Right. I would love to think there was a creature that was solely lived off of love and empathy and like only could hear in feelings. That would be
It's
fucking lit.
possible. Anything's possible.
Murphy's
It-
law.
I don't
so
think there's
so
any limitation on it.
um shit. I was gonna say something.
You said
Good
so.
thought.
No, like oh okay. So it would feel an emotion, right?
Yeah, some would say that. Uh-huh.
What would it eat? What would it consume? That's
What if it like photosynthesized like a plant, like a plant?
That'd be cool.
Like a have you guys ever seen Gargantia and the Verderous Planet, the anime? The
No.
Helios? They're like humans that evolved to be both sea creatures and space creatures, and they ate by through means of osmosis and photosynthesis.
Damn.
Jacob's mind is fucking blown.
you
Well,
know that
um,
it's funny that sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
You're good, you're good.
Thunder. But it's funny that you bring up that anime because the way they portrayed are just squid and Arrival portrays them as squid as well.
Mhm. In Mass Effect, they portray the Reapers as squid as well.
Squid.
I don't know why squid is always like the go-to for if it's not a humanoid, it's a squid.
Yeah.
Or if it's not a squid, it's a spider. Like everyone kind of goes to the same
Well,
tropes
if you think about it, a squid has like, have you seen a squid eat an animal?
every day.
It's terrifying. Like you have claws, you can't get away. I believe I read some fucking during anthropology that every culture is afraid of every child in just about every culture is afraid of being eaten. So they don't fear death, they fear being fucking eaten alive.
Right.
So I think that plays inherently into our fears of like, oh, aliens are like these giant creatures that could fucking swallow us whole.
We're also afraid of so we talked about this in our podcast that's going to come out next week, but we talked about how some fears can be hereditary. Like you could pass down your fears. Like some people would be afraid of elevators, never had a terrible experience with elevators, but their grandmother got stuck in an elevator and that was traumatizing. You can like literally change your neural pathways and therefore your gene production and pass fear onto others. I don't know how relevant that research is. I'm sure it's a little older. I can't remember what the research was on, but whatever. Talking about like hereditary memory. But almost every culture, like you were saying, has a fear of spiders being eaten and humanoids, some kind of level of humanoid. So it's
Teachers,
like where in
my
our
theory,
past or history have we encountered those things that were threats enough to our safety that it became a fear for our survival, for our
my
evolution?
thing about the humanoids is, well, we evolved with other humanoids, so we're scared of things that look almost human but aren't. Like I don't know, there was probably like some kind of lesser, not lesser, but like a variant form of like Homo erectus at some point with the Homo erectus. So that population were like, oh shit, these motherfuckers look kind of different. I don't know them. They communicate different. They're kind of they're taller, they're stronger than us. They're gonna fucking kill us. You get me?
It's like what was in our past that made us so fearful of those things in the first place? Because it's cross culture. It's non-discriminatory. We're all afraid of something that's close enough to us. That's not
Like
us.
you know what I would like to see?
Skinwalkers.
No, a sci-fi. Fucking hell no, but a sci-fi movie with where the aliens are like a germ that we can't fucking see, except it's super fucking highly intelligent.
The Happening. Just kidding. That's not what that was. It was
What
bees.
the?
The happening was bees. Spoiler alert, it was bees.
No, but I mean, like, what if a tiny
Oh!
microscopic spaceship lands on your lap? Like,
That's kind of cool though. That's kind of cute.
and it just like here to fucking fuck shit up or do whatever it has to do, you know?
It lands on the one Venus flytrap and just fucking gets swallowed immediately.
You
You're like,
know,
wow,
there's
ineffective.
actually an amoeba that was found near, I believe, the coast of I want to say Australia. That its genetic code was like 80% different than ours, which is a massive leap. It's almost everything on this earth is carbon based, right? And I think this motherfucker ran on some other shit. I can't quote exactly what it was,
Yeah.
but
By the way,
they're saying it probably.
none of us have like empirical or authoritative data that backs up anything that we're saying. This is just hearsay
Yep.
at this point. This is for
Not
fun.
on this
Just
topic.
not on this topic. Go ahead. Sorry, Locche. Keep doing. I had 82% difference in DNA, so it wasn't carbon based like the rest of us and are.
Was carbon based, but it was like it's just so much different than the rest of us because it's just strange.
That's insane.
It's the thought process behind that was that it probably like came here on a meteor if it did come from outer space or it just grew on its own, you know?
Right. Well, there's theories that we also came from outer space, like the amoeba that created all living
Mhm.
life came from an asteroid that fell onto Earth, which would also confirm that there was life outside of here at one point. And the law of thermodynamics, energy cannot be created nor destroyed. Something's out there.
Only transferred.
Only transferred. You're right. This is such a weird fucking topic, but it just got me thinking because you talked about how aliens could be so small. What if aliens are so big that we're just chilling in their hands and like we have no idea that that's
We're in like a petri dish and shit.
yeah, we're in their petri dish. Yeah, we are their experiment. Because I reading Thunder. Do you remember we had a book on dragons? Do you remember the book on dragons that we had?
I believe so, yeah.
And I had like talked about like wyvern, like the difference between wyverns
Yeah.
and worms and stuff like that. So in this book of dragons, they talked about also the lore of other dragons of all cultures, like Nordic cultures and Roman mythology and Chinese cultures and like all the different types of dragons. So there was one dragon in particular, I forgot which culture it derived from, but it was a planet eater. And so the dragon was so big that it would just come by and eat planets. And you would have no idea because we're here, you know? But the concept also, that's like one of my biggest fears is the concept of something being so large that we cannot fathom it. So I have like daydreams if I like out and I see a bunch of clouds that something's gonna come out of the clouds, like a hand or something's gonna come out of it. Or like if you look at a mountain for too long and it moves, terrifies me. It's like one of my only fears is maybe because I'm small, I'm like a short person. But the idea of like there's something, a creature bigger than the planet that we could never even comprehend or even be able to see because it moves so slowly because it's so much bigger than us. Terrifying.
Maybe one of your answers is got by a mammoth or something.
Yeah, maybe they just got. You ever get got by a mammoth? Fuck. If I think about space too long, it's gonna make my brain hurt.
My eye socket hurts from thinking.
I thought too hard. My quota of thinking ran out for the day. I think this is a good spot to call it quits, boys. How do you feel?
I'll go first. I feel low energy, medium comfortability. I'm tired as fuck.
Alrighty. I think
Got
I'm in the same
work
boat. I
to
think
do.
I'm low, but we're doing good. I'm glad we did this today. We got to be together. Thunder?
Yeah, I would say low energy, medium comfortability.
Okay. I like it. And Wagon.
No, my neck hurts.
Yeah, I was starting to get to that point in the night, but I'm glad that we got this done. I'm glad that we filmed maybe 2 podcasts today. Who knows? You guys don't. Haha. Guess. Guess in the comments. If we did 1 or 2 podcasts today. But of
Maybe
course,
3.
as always, maybe 3. Who knows? Take a pick. Take a look. Take a guess. Thank you as always for being here with us and sharing your Sunday with us or whenever you're watching this. It's a fantastic part of our Thursday to be here for you guys. So whatever you get out of it, share your favorite alien stories. What have you seen in the skies lately? Go outside, look at the moon. Have fun. And tune in next week. We film every Thursday. We have a video posted every Sunday. Trying to get onto Spotify. That's a process, but we're working on it.
Everyone out there, blue pumpkins mean that it's an autistic kid or a kid with a disability, so be patient with them. That's usually what that means. Cultures are not costumes, so please don't be wearing costumes that are going to be making fun of other cultures unless it's your own and you're involved in it and you're not making fun of it. Otherwise, costumes that are sexy for you ladies and gentlemen. That does not give any consent to anyone out there to be touching nor making special comments about anything. Yes means yes, no means no. Pay attention to what the people are saying, all right? Stay safe, stay healthy, stay cool.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Thanks for that, Thunder. I really appreciate that. And if you want more content, there's going to be stuff listed at the end of the video, too. If you want to find out more about Wagon and Thunder, if they're so kind enough to share the social media pages with us, I'll put them in the description. So give them all a follow. Also, I did like all of 10 days of Inktober. So if you want to follow that on my Instagram, come on in. We always enjoy it. And have a beautiful rest of your night. Take care, boys.